Hi guys, Travis here, Perth Diesel Performance. Today we've got the mighty 76 series Landcruiser. Fortunately enough, we did this car 12 months ago. We did film it. We didn't get all the footage together to show you a video on it. However, it has come back after the big trip around Australia. And now we're just going to put another video together and show you what we did to this car and show you it's one of our proven tourers, and check out where it's been. And we'll walk you through the build, guys. The first thing the customer said to us when they wanted to go camping with this car, they wanted to be 12 volt dependent. So it means wherever she went with the car, she had 12 volt sufficient power to run the camper that they were towing around Australia. So first thing, we fitted a sealed alternator to the vehicle. That went in there, that sufficed with the charging system. Obviously guys that follow the Landcruisers, they know the alternator is just a bit of a weak unit if you're depending on it. So that was the first thing we put into this car. Sorted out the battery charging system with a BCDC and a second battery, and it was the first car we actually did the accessory changeover switch. So what that means is when she's camping, hit that switch, it swaps all of the accessory power over to the auxiliary battery, so the main battery stays charged. And that was a bit of the start of our electrical layout in the vehicles and put a bit of thought into it. And in the back we put the BCDC gauge so she could monitor the battery voltages and the current and keep an eye on what was actually getting used. So come and we'll check that out. Thing that was paramount that had to go in this vehicle is fuel filtration kit. So that was the making of a lot of our stuff. Customers are coming to us to make touring solutions and become a one-stop shop. So obviously the fuel filtration kit we put in there. At that stage we didn't have the diff breather kits. We did have another kit on the vehicle. So however, we have developed that since then in the last 12 months. So it's got our fuel filtration kit in here. You can see the water-cooled alternator, that's all teed into the cooling system up here. The last year, 12 months up north, has had a pretty wet season. So all the water crossings and stuff. The alternator's survived and been tough as. The factory Toyota starter motor has been replaced up in the far north. So other than that, she's probably had not too many issues with the vehicle. So it's been a very good tourer. So this vehicle's fitted off with a dual battery kit. The Unichip's all mounted, tucked away in here. The battery link solenoid, red arc solenoid is mounted here. This is a bit of the early going on when we started looking into our PDM side of things and the electrical layout, because obviously engine bays get quite busy quite quickly, and a lot of cars we see come with a BCDC charger, but they don't have the ability to actually start the car on a flat battery scenario. So that's what the idea of the solenoid is. So when you're camping in the middle of nowhere, if you've got that flat battery, you've either got to have a battery that you can swap from one spot to the other, or you've got to carry jumper leads. This is where guys get confused. They say a dual battery system doesn't work. It does work. The BCDC is charging, but they don't have a battery link scenario, which means your vehicle isn't starting. So that's hence why we've developed our battery kit now that has it all in one, and it's a complete kit that has all the solutions for the problems we get asked about. As you can see, catch cans mounted down here and the chassis out of the way, and some plug in here as well. Another thing touching on is open blade fuses as well. Different fuses again. This is hence where we'll go into the electrical layout to give one controlled system that it would give you a lot of simplicity and peace of mind, and you don't have fuses anymore. But more on that in another video anyway. One thing I'd like to add in there as well is that a lot of guys put current loops or gauges in their car or shunts, and they have it has to be on the earth point from the auxiliary battery or the battery you're monitoring, and all of the earths have to come off of that cable. If you've got it off of multiple earths somewhere else, it's not measuring what the battery is actually, the draw off the battery properly. You need to have one earth, and it's measuring all of the current that's getting drawn from that battery. So that's just one thing. Originally we had to move it to give her an accurate indication of what was actually getting consumed in the vehicle. All right, so on the inside of the car, obviously you've got the 5-map select here. You've got our V8 cruiser gauges in here, which you'll see in another image. The biggest thing, what we've saying, we've integrated the gauges in with the Unichip, so you've got EGT protection. Look, we're not saying how we've tuned it you need EGT protection. What we're saying there is you're going towing and you don't know, harsh environments, things can change. It's peace of mind. It's like a fuel filtration kit. You don't plan on having to use the fuel filtration kit, but it's there for peace of mind and safety to keep your investment for a long time. So in the back of this 76, you've got the drawers, subwoofers, MSA, fridge slides, roof racks up top. One thing, we moved the gauges to the back for the camping side of things. Obviously when she was camping, we wanted to know what you're drawing. This is the kitchen, the living area, so to say, when you pull up. And at the front, obviously we need the gauges when you're driving. So Yeah, it's good to see everything's still working back here. Inverter in here as well, that's all been wired in. So the key component to towing any heavy loads around Australia is obviously the first thing with these vehicles is upgrading the clutch. So we put an MPC 1300 Newton meter clutch, so we know not going to have any problems, water crossings, up big hills, harsh driving environments, because obviously this car's done towing for 60,000 Ks. So it was one thing that was adamant, it was big on the hit list, that, the alternator, and obviously getting something in tuning that's going to give her all the power and torque for all the different driving conditions. This is what we work on hard here at Perth Diesel Performance, is to give you guys proven touring packages that'll get you out there and get you home. So pretty much that's what we've run through in this video, of all the stuff we've put together, all the things that we've had to make little tweaks and make them perfect and critique them so that we're happy that they're to our build quality here at Perth Diesel Performance. And that's what we're about. So if you want to see more, check out our website, subscribe to our channel, and you can watch more of our videos or get in touch with us and see what we can do for your tourer. Thanks for watching.